Hey everybody, this is Burt Middleton, the Gout Killer, and thank you for being here with me today. Today is my The Gout Hangout, and this one I'm calling Gout, Diabetes, and High Fructose Corn Syrup. And I'm not probably going to talk very long about all of this, but this certainly is one of those kind of things that needs to get talked about more because are we still working? I think we're still working here. Okay. It needs to get talked about more because high fructose corn syrup is so prevalent in our society today. You know, it's just in everything. I mean, it's in our ketchup, it's in our sodas, it's in every pastry, it's in all this processed food. It's just in everywhere. And so as gout and diabetes have this very close connection, and now you're starting, we've seen over the last few decades how it's gone from adult onset diabetes to childhood diabetes. I'm also seeing people that are 28 years old that have had gout for 10 years, or people that are 17 that have gout. You know, just like diabetes, gout is starting to hit people younger and younger and younger. And it just freaks me out to think that, okay, we're going to have like 8 and 10-year-olds with gout. Okay, I mean, can you imagine that? So anyway, that's kind of where I'm going with all of this in terms of trying to bring more awareness to the fact that what is going on in our society today is all of these processed foods, and what they do to our bodies is creating diabetes and heart disease and gout and all the other weird stuff that's going on. An interesting statistic is that in like 1920, and you can look this up if you want, you know, kind of do a search on it, is in 1920, it was sort of like we didn't even know what heart disease was. We didn't know what a heart attack was. And then by like the 80s, 60 years later, all of a sudden, heart disease is the #1 killer of people in this country and around the world. What changed? The food changed. We messed up the food. And high fructose corn syrup is one of those things we've messed up the food about, and why, and what's causing all of these problems. But there is an interesting thing that I learned about a little while ago, and they're called AGEs. And AGEs, and I think there's something wrong with my camera, so I apologize for the weirdness here. But AGEs are advanced glycated end products. And just the short version of what that really means is that advanced glycated end products, AGEs, are basically that we have sugars in our blood that are binding with the proteins, and sugar makes stuff sticky, as you and I both know, and that sticky blood makes for all kinds of cardiovascular problems. And the trying to bring a lot more, you know, start more of a conversation about is that as far as what's going on with our kidneys being the main organ that actually decides on a moment-to-moment basis how much uric acid to keep and how much uric acid to let go and be eliminated in the urine. They are a highly vascularized organ, and just like how our blood and our cardiovascular problems also create problems for our heart, well, there's all kinds of problems that are being created for our kidneys. And that is why I think, my theory is why I think so many people, you know, you finally get to be, you know, a certain age, and it's getting younger all the time, like I said earlier, and all of a sudden you have a gout attack. And then you don't have one for a while. And then about a year goes by and you get another gout attack. And then you start getting more gout attacks, and they start to happen more frequently and more severely. It's because our kidney health is starting to diminish, and a lot of that has to do with the processed foods that we eat, these AGEs that are created because we eat way too much stuff, which includes highly refined carbohydrates. And that is really what's responsible for the sort of like gout epidemic. So anyway, in the details of the Hangout video, I thought I was going to put the I thought I was doing this right, and I probably will go back and do this. Is put the URL to this website called Life Extension Magazine, and they did a good article on metabolic danger of high fructose corn syrup. And so there's a part here that I just wanted to read you really quickly. Additionally, loading the liver with large amounts of fructose leads to increased uric acid formation, which may contribute to gout in susceptible individuals. So part of the whole gout problem, and I think a very large part of the whole gout problem today, has to do with high fructose corn syrup. It has everything to do with diabetes. It's creating these advanced glycated end products, and that's something we need to be more concerned about and start paying more attention to, and taking action to reduce the amount of glucose that is created by our very sugary diets and our diets of highly refined carbohydrates. So I apologize about my camera. I don't know what happened. And I still haven't figured out how to do the Q&A on a Google Hangout like this, but if somebody could help me out with that, just go to thegoutkiller.com and use the contact form and tell me what to do. And otherwise, I will figure out this technology somehow and get it all together so we can have more of a conversation here. But if you're watching the replay, thank you very much for doing that. And also, if you're live, because there are a few people that are live here, if you're in the Denver area, tonight is my Don't Get Gout This Holiday Season gout-specific nutritional seminar, and it's happening at the Colorado and Evans location of Natural Grocers at 6:30 this evening. So I hope I see you there. So thank you very much, and I will talk to you soon.